What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel, the best place for hardworking millennials to gain career clarity and learn more about career soft skills. Now I've worked from home for the last 8 years, so I have a lot of insight to working online from home. And truth be told, the ability to self-manage working online from home is a soft skill. In this video, I'm going to share with you my keys to setting healthy boundaries working online from home to protect your sanity. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to receive regular updates on all things related to career clarity and soft skills. Also, join my Facebook group called Career Clarity and Soft Skills, where you can chat with like-minded individuals who are interested in maximizing their potential and gain career clarity. Hi, I'm Dr. John Tam. I have a PhD in sociology from the University of Oxford, and I'm passionate about helping people gain career clarity and build soft skills. So let's set the groundwork for this video. Basically, there are two major risks from working at home. One is overworking, and the other one is not being able to focus at all. I'm sure with COVID-19, most of us have experienced both extremities. Basically, the key to setting healthy boundaries working online from home is setting structure. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about structure in terms of space and time. So without further ado, here are the 5 tips to setting healthy boundaries working online from home to protect your sanity. Tip number 1 is to set a routine and actually follow it. Dress up for work. I know right now, as I'm filming this, we're still in social isolation. Some things are being lifted right now, and so some of us are coming out. But a lot of us are still at home, and oftentimes we don't dress up for work. And keeping up with routine and rituals is essential. So dress up for work, brush your teeth, maintain a routine with a series of rituals that prepares your mind and body for work. Basically, your body needs to be ready. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but essentially you need to act like you're not at home. Your body has a circadian rhythm, and it's easy for it to go out of whack when you overwork too long into the night or underwork by playing too long into the night, right? So when work is done, it's done. When work is started, it's started. So you really gotta set that schedule, set that routine, and follow it. And that's a time bit. Tip number 2 is set dedicated workspaces for your work. Growing up, I see my dad have an office, and it's really helped with his productivity. So in my family, we essentially have an office for my work as well. So in this office, I'm away from TV, I'm away from my Nintendo, PlayStation. I put my cell phone in another room. I'm away from the kitchen. I'm away from music. I shut the door and I can actually lock it to keep the kids out. If you really do need to buy a lock, it's super cheap, and you can just get an Amazon still working. So you can just get one on Amazon for like 10-20 bucks, and basically that will save you a lot of misery from your kids randomly walking in like the BBC dad. So one thing that really helps me in my computer is setting an app called Waste No Time, which basically sets a timer for times when I can go and do distracted stuff. So if I'm on Facebook, for example, there's like a 15-minute timer, and once it hits 15 minutes, it locks down Facebook and it bounces me straight to Google Scholar, right? Which is essentially where I do a lot of my research. So having an app like Waste No Time would help you a lot to not waste time. The third tip is to set boundaries with people at home. And essentially, you need to communicate it with your family, friends, children, or even your pet. Okay, even that's a stretch, but essentially it will take time for them to get it, and you need to tell them that when you're in your room working, you are working and you really can't be disturbed, right? And they will eventually get it, but you need to enforce these boundaries. My youngest son is 6 years old, and he's seen me working from home all his life. He needs reminders once in a while, but he generally knows that when my door is closed and when he hears me talking and working with clients, or if I'm talking and recording a film, or if I'm working and my headphones are on, he basically knows that dad is in do not disturb mode, and he basically doesn't even bother reaching out to me because he knows dad's just gonna ignore him, right? Or dad's gonna gently guide him out of the room. So if you're working from home right now and you need to set boundaries, let me know in the comments. Tip number 4 is to set boundaries with people at work. The irony of the online world and working from home is that everyone can reach you easily at any time and expect that during work hours. The problem is, even when you're at work and your door is closed, locked, and you have headphones on, people are quick to pick up on these cues that you're unavailable. And that's no longer possible working from home. So communicating times for people to check in with you would be super helpful. Also, it's super important to let the team know well in advance that when is the team's meeting time so that they can plan ahead. According to the research by Anita Woolley, one of the things that we know is that when people are online and engaging in real time, so if I'm online and my coworker is online at the same time and we're exchanging emails, it's not the engagement in the email that makes the creativity burst, but rather that you know that the other person is online at the same time and you engage in the conversational ritual, your brain actually fires in a different way and the creativity juices are just much more bursty, if that's even a word. Finally, you must enforce your boundaries with people at work. And I have videos on setting and enforcing boundaries in the workplace, and the same principles can pretty much be applied to working from home with a bit of creativity. So watch this video on how to enforce your boundaries with coworkers. And also, we're not going to stay socially distanced forever, so watch this one if you want to enforce boundaries with your boss. The fifth tip is to track yourself and celebrate progress. Working from home makes you feel like you never get enough done, and it's a common feeling, and I felt it all the time when I was doing my PhD or even when I was writing this script at 1 a.m. Right now it's not 1 a.m., but when I wrote this, it was 1 a.m. And so essentially, you need to set your goals for the day on sticky notes at the beginning of the day, and one of the things is so satisfying is you get to rip them off one by one as you complete them. So at the beginning of the day, you set your goals, and as you complete them, rip them off one by one. So by the end of the day, you will have an idea of how much you've done. And also, show some grace to yourself. We all have bad days at work in terms of our focus, and we can also have bad days at home. And so tracking our progress and having a definitive start and finish time is so important. At the end of the day, I've got to say that it's not easy to work from home. For me, I've gotten used to it after 8 years, but not everyone can say the same. I personally love the freedom that it affords, and the degree of focus you can afford at work usually depends on our personality traits, specifically trait conscientiousness, our openness to experience, and extroversion. If you want to learn more about your workplace personalities, take this free Big 5 personality traits test I have below in the descriptions. Also, working from home may become a norm in the future, so also check out the PDF where I'll outline the future of work in a world of AI, automation, and robotics so that you can best prepare yourself accordingly. Make sure to join my Facebook group, Career Clarity and Soft Skills, to be in the community of people interested in building soft skills for their career success. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how to stop being a people pleaser at work. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for updates when it does come out. Also, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about this video. And don't forget to give it a like and share it with your network if you found this to be valuable. Take care, everybody.